The original station buildings at Deansgate were situated on Hewitt Street, and the station was opened as Knott Mill and Deansgate on the 20th of July 1849 by the Manchester South Junction and Altrincham Railway near the Manchester terminus of the Bridgewater Canal, from which in 1849 travellers could catch a fast packet which could get them to Liverpool in 4.5 hours for as little as a sixpence. The fare was anonymously low because of a direct outbreak of competition between the canal and the London North Western Railway, and then it went back up to 16p by 1853. When a celebratory train ran over the line at the beginning of July 1849, a reporter for the Manchester Courier observed that most stations had permanent buildings, and at Knott Mill and Oxford Street temporary stations will in the meantime be erected. When the line was opened for passenger traffic a fortnight later, the Courier reported the station at Knott Mill had opened with temporary wooden buildings. The booking office was at street level. From it, narrow, deep and troublesome steps, enough to tire anyone of athletes, led to the platforms. The station proved, according to its critics, to be inconvenient and of approach, ugly in appearance, and with platform, booking office and waiting room accommodation much cramped. But the accessibility was the biggest issue. For the aged, the invalid or children, it was a most difficult, not to say dangerous task to climb the steep flight of steps to the platforms. In 1860, special trains laid on in connection with the fair by both the LNWR and the Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway, the joint owners of the MSJAR, were not advertised as running to Knott Mill Station. The LNWR excursion ran to Austell Lane and the MS&L excursion to London Road, which is now Manchester Piccadilly. If the station was originally named Knott Mill and Deansgate by the MSJAR, from its opening onwards it was simply Knott Mill to the Manchester papers, and by 1860 the railway followed suit in its advertisements. In 1864, the MS&LR gave the required notice of a bill to be brought forward in the next session of Parliament for the widening part of the MSJAR from or near Knott Mill Station to Old Trafford Station. However, in the same year, the accident return for an accident at Old Trafford noted that the train involved had stopped at Knott Mill and left that station. Following the widening improvement of the southern portion of Deansgate in 1880, a correspondent for the Manchester Courier suggested that the station be renamed Deansgate. Very few lady passengers who have shopping to do in Deansgate make use of the Knott Mill station. If they are aware of its nearness, perhaps they are waiting for the station and its approaches to be improved. A public meeting in October of 1884 complained that Knott Mill Station was altogether inadequate for the newly improved district. The MSJAR was therefore in breach of its Act of Parliament, which required it to provide sufficient station accommodation. The Improvement Committee of Manchester Corporation was called upon to exert pressure on the MSJAR. A deputation from the Improvement Committee duly met the directors of the railway to urge them to improve the dingy and long-negated station. Improvement plans were drawn up, but an impasse was reached. The MSJAR joint owners, the LNWR and MS&LR, disagreed on how much should be spent on the improvement, and Manchester Corporation were unhappy with the narrowing of adjacent streets to accommodate an enlarged station. It was not until 1892 that a plan was devised that was acceptable to everyone and its interested parties. Negotiations to purchase the required land were protracted, with Manchester Corporation eventually offering to exercise its powers of compulsory purchase to assist the railway, but the work finally went out for tender in January of 1895. Work started in March of 1895, and by June of 1895, a temporary entrance from Gaythorne Street had been used for its previous entrance from Deansgate closed. It was completed in September of 1896. The latter years appeared, in a shield, as part of a decorative stonework over the entrance. The station name was given there was simply Knott Mill Station. Now the station is Grade 2 listed. In its battlemented architecture feature, visible at its corner, is intended to mirror similar features of nearby viaducts, all of which incorporated the design into recognition of a Roman fort that once stood in the Castlefield area. The station became Knott Mill and Deansgate for railway purposes. To the local press it remained Knott Mill around 1900 and then was renamed to Deansgate on the 3rd of May 1971. It's sometimes known as Manchester Deansgate, and on many station information boards it's Deansgate GMEX. The station name Deansgate was formerly used by the Great Northern Railway goods station, serving the Great Northern warehouse next to the Manchester Central Railway Station. This is also now a Grade 2 listed building as Deansgate Goods Station, as well as the station. There's a kid in the front window wondering what we're doing. Well, we're filming out 331022 and 331015, working the 1337 Northern service from Hazel Grove to Blackpool North via Bolton. Next to pass through the station is 331023 and 331020, working 2H08 for Northern from Blackpool North to Hazel Grove via Stockport. Screeching around the corner for East Midlands Railway is 156473 and 158806, working 1 Lima 12 from Liverpool Lime Street to Nottingham via Stockport and Sheffield. Trundling next through the station is 185147 and 185129, working 1P70 from Transpennine Express from Redcar Central to Manchester Airport. Running 8 minutes late all by itself is 158889, working 1 Romeo 66 from Norwich to Liverpool Lime Street via Warrington Central. Next out for departure is 156464 and 156425, departing 7 minutes late with the 1348 Northern service from Manchester Oxford Road to Liverpool Lime Street via Warrington Central. Next to pass through for Transport for Wales is 175004 and 175002, working 1 Delta 38 from Manchester Airport to Llandudno via Warrington Banquet and Chester. And going the other way 10 minutes late is 175006, working 1H87 from Llandudno to Manchester Airport. Taking us by surprise is 156420 and 156429, working the 1401 Northern Service of Liverpool Lime Street to Manchester Oxford Road. And cruising around the corner is 185149 and 185137, working 1 Papa 77 for Transferment Express from Manchester Airport to Redcar Central via Manchester Victoria. Next up for Northern is 331014 and 331013, working the 1409 service from Blackpool North to Manchester Airport. Passing through the station next is 156429 and 156420, working 2 Oscar 85 from Manchester Oxford Road to Liverpool Lime Street via Warrington Central. Trundling around the corner 6 minutes late is 397004, working 1 Bike 96 from Glasgow Central to Manchester Airport. Next arriving into the station is 319383, working the 1428 Northern Service from Crewe to Liverpool Lime Street via St Helens Junction. Departing next out of the station 8 minutes late is 319367, working the 1422 Northern Service of Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe via Manchester Airport. Next arriving into the station is 331030 and 331029, working the 1437 Northern Service from Hazel Grove to Blackpool North via Bolton. Departing next out of the station 5 minutes late is 769442, working the 1430 Northern Service from Southport to Alderley Edge via Stockport. And arriving 5 minutes late is our train 195110, working the 14:33 Northern service from Liverpool Lime Street to Manchester Oxford Road. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed what you saw, click on the 2 videos here at the end screen. Helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you are new and got this far. And we'll see you all in the next video, folks, wherever that may take us. We'll see you then, folks.